Hi, it's Cindy. We're doing sneakers today. So I have two pairs of sneakers. They're both Air Forces. One's a high top and one's a low top. I got them both off of Poshmark for like 15 to 25 bucks. They both came used. The high tops I actually wore for a while, but I don't really wear them anymore, so I thought I would just paint them. And the low tops I actually bought for the purpose of DIYing because they're pretty beat up and they were super cheap. And I felt like I wouldn't feel as bad ruining shoes that were already dirty and old and messed up. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with the low tops, and I've decided that I'm gonna dye them purple. So they're gonna be like a monochrome purple color. To do this, I bought Angelus Purple Leather Dye and Angelus Leather Deglazer. First, we have to unlace the sneakers. Also, before anyone says used shoes are gross, the girl who sold them to me actually washed them and packed them with a dryer sheet before she sent them to me, and they actually smell really nice. So shout out to her, that was very thoughtful. Moving on, I'm going to use the deglazer to wipe off the top coat of the sneakers so the dye will set in better. So I got a tub of hot water and changed my outfit because I didn't want to stain it. The YouTube video says to add salt. I mean, I don't really know why, but trust the process, right? Now, stir it up. Looks good to me. Now it's time to pour in a little bit of the leather dye. The thing is, I really don't know how much to do, and it looks super potent. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. I just got it all over my hands. No. Fuck. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. That was a disaster. My fingers are purple. But we're gonna keep going because we're troopers, I guess. Now I just dunk the sneakers in. I guess you should probably wear gloves, but like my hand's already purple, so we're too far gone at this point. Okay. I'm literally so nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna dunk it. The thing about doing DIYs when you have commitment issues is that like when I dunk this in, I can't go back. So if it looks horribly ugly, I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that it looks horribly ugly, and I don't know if I can do that, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Ah! Okay. 3, 2, 1. And now the second one. And last but not least, I'm just going to stick the laces in there too. Okay, now I'm just going to go rinse everything off in the sink, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I rinsed them off in the sink, and I was kind of hoping some of the color would come out, but it didn't. We're just going to let them dry overnight and see what happens. Okay, quick note before I go, my hands are so purple, it looks like I'm dying of frostbite, so wear your gloves, kids. Bye, see you tomorrow. Hello again, day 2. Today we're gonna paint the high tops, and before we get started, this is what the purple ones look like right now. They've been drying for a day, but they're still kind of wet, and they're a little bit hideous, I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes you just gotta remember that DIYs are for the soul and not always for the aesthetic. So keep that in mind when you're judging my sneakers. Anyways, let's get started. First, I'm just gonna unlace the shoe like last time and then use the deglazer to take off the top coat like last time. I just realized I accidentally deglazed the entire sneaker when I'm only painting parts of it. No! Too late to stop now, so guess I'll just keep going. Okay, I have my inspo pic from the internet. I'm going for like baby blue detailing, so the first thing I'm going to do is mix my paint. I have Angelus Pale Blue and Angelus Flat White. using my paintbrushes to... How do you open these? I'm literally dumb. Using my paintbrush to mix, mix, mix. I need more white. I'm nervous. Okay, whatever, YOLO. Let's do some damage control. Why did I think this would be a good idea? See, I thought this was gonna be therapeutic, but I'm actually really stressed out right now. I'm so stressed right now. Okay, well, this must be really boring for you because I'm just painting in silence, but why don't we chat about something? What has been on my mind recently? Okay, so you know how people talk about moving out of their toxic hometown and like growing up and glowing up and all that stuff? I was thinking about it, and I guess I like kind of did that, but I wouldn't say that my hometown was like toxic. In high school I was kind of tunnel visioned on getting into college, so I just like didn't really talk to people. Basically I didn't really have friends, so that's great, right? So yeah, and then when I left, I just don't really talk to anyone from high school anymore because I didn't talk to anyone in the first place. But I was thinking the other day, I was like, if I was in high school right now, I would fucking kill it. Like as an adult, I would have killed it in high school because I'm like so much more sociable and like confident. If you sent me back to high school right now, I would slaughter it. I don't know, just me thoughts. I'm also now realizing that I probably should have taped the parts that I don't want to paint because I'm not really good at painting. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly do the other shoe so I don't bore you. Okay, well the first coat is drying. I want to paint the little details, like the little air part, and then also like the stitched on logo details. It's gonna be hard. Okay, I'm using a smaller brush. I'm gonna carefully... This looks pretty good, does it not? I'm so proud of myself. Look at how clean that is. Okay, coming in with the second coat. I think they're looking pretty good. I will be back when they're dry so I can do the top coat. So it's been a few days, but are we even surprised? But what really matters is that I'm back to finish this project. Both of the shoes are pretty much done and just need their top coats so I can lace them up and try them on. Thumbnail! And I'm just using the Angelus matte acrylic finisher and a really big paintbrush. Let's start with the purple ones. So I'm just doing a super thin coat across the entire shoe. I think what it does is it's supposed to like seal in the paint. Kind of like when you get your nails done and they do a top coat. As we all know, the purple ones did not turn out like I thought they would. They are in fact a little bit ugly. But like I said before, sometimes you do DIY projects because they're good for the soul and not for the aesthetic. But in all seriousness, I think part of the reason why I started making like craft videos is I just felt like I needed something to do to like get away from everything. And I feel like we live in a world where there's so much pressure to like be good at what you're doing and only do things that are productive. I'm definitely a perfectionist, but I think I'm learning to kind of relax and just enjoy the process of making these DIYs even if they don't turn out perfect. That being said, you can totally roast me for these sneakers, like I get it. They're not cute, they're not it, but I had fun. Okay, now I'm gonna do the second one super quickly so you don't get bored. Shoe number one, check. Now I'm gonna do the high tops. I actually really like how these turned out. I kind of wish the color was a little bit more like baby blue rather than teal. So I guess that's on me for not mixing enough white into the blue. But otherwise, like, I think it looks pretty cool. Normally, if you did this right, you would just like top coat the colored parts that you painted. But if you don't remember when we started, I deglazed the entire shoe, so now I guess I have to re-top coat the entire shoe too. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get so anxious about starting something that I literally just won't even do it at all. And I guess I read on the internet that it's because I'm a perfectionist. It's kind of like, how can I fail if I don't even start? These shoes have been in my closet for like months now, and I've been wanting to DIY or like customize them for a while, but I just like never got around to it because it just seemed so like scary and daunting. But the thing is, every time this happens to me and then I finally do the thing that I've been like hyping up in my head, it's like never that bad. I don't know if this is even relatable at all, but I guess that's how I feel about like even the smallest DIY projects sometimes. Okay, second shoe. This is going so much quicker than I thought it would. I guess I'm just proud of myself for starting and finishing this project, even though it's been like a week. But baby steps, you know? I think me from a year ago wouldn't even have started this project at all. And that's on personal growth. Okay, so they're all done. I will let them dry before I lace them up and do a little try on. Okay, so these are the final products. I laced them up and everything. They're looking pretty good. The top coat turned out to be a little bit shinier than I expected because I picked the matte one, but I think the purple ones are honestly kind of growing on me. Okay, so this is what they look like. And the blue ones I like too, but I really wish that I had mixed the blue paint a little bit lighter. I think it got darker when it dried, but let's try these on too. And this is what these ones look like. Okay, first off, before I go, I just wanted to apologize to all the sneakerheads and shoe lovers out there. I am truly sorry if this video upset you in any way. I think we learned 3 really important things today. Number 1 being that it's okay if your DIYs fail, because as long as you had fun, that's the whole point. Number 2 is please wear gloves when you dye things. It'll make your life so much easier. And number 3, life is too short for instructions, and if you wing it, it'll end up okay most of the time. I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Bye!